Hey everyone, Josh here, and today we're going to unbox a figure 2-pack in Rogue One packaging, but not from that movie. From actually the TV show Rebels, we have Darth Maul and an Inquisitor, a seventh sister Inquisitor. So let's take these guys over to my toy studio and rip this packaging open. Alright guys, here we are in the toy studio looking at a figure 2-pack. This is 7th Sister Inquisitor and Darth Maul. And both of these characters appear in the Rebel TV show. And for those of you wondering, yes, they did bring Darth Maul back. And to find out how, you need to go watch the Clone Wars TV show. They did bring him back. He did not die in the Phantom Menace. And in case you're wondering how he's walking around, his legs are actually robotic legs. Those are metal legs, like similar to what Darth Vader has. So, but yes, they did bring Darth Maul back in the Clone Wars, and they complete his story in the Rebels TV show. But you guys need to go watch that for yourself. I'm not gonna spoil that for people who don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna read the little description real quick on the back here. Driven by revenge against the Sith and consumed by a personal obsession to turn Ezra Bridger to the dark side, Darth Maul faces off against the 7th Sister Inquisitor, a cunning mastermind who uses a group of mimic droids to track down the rebels and capture the Jedi. And it looks like you're also going to get a dual projectile launcher in this package. So let's check this thing out. Let's get into this thing. I'm dying to get my hands on this Darth Maul figure. Ever since I picked this thing up a couple weeks ago. So, alright, let's see how you get into this thing. And to be honest, I don't really care. I'm just going to rip it open. So here we go. Okay, and we get some instructions and some advertisements. Oh, very cool. Okay. So there you go, and both of them have dual-bladed lightsabers, and I know there was some controversy over these lightsabers because if you... Let's get this stuff out of here. We've got the dual launcher, like part of it. And let's see here. Let's see if we can figure out how this thing goes together. Okay, that looks like it. And then we have a lot of rubber bands holding these things together. Looks like we have the projectiles for the dual launcher here. It looks like little fireballs. Let's see if we can figure out how these go in here. It looks pretty self-explanatory. Okay. And so what it looks like, and we'll check these out later, some of these launchers, if you have a launcher where the projectile sticks all the way out to the back, that's usually how you launch it. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. There's actually trigger buttons here. Okay, so we'll check that out in a second. I want to get to these figures here. And, okay, now this hood is for Darth Maul. And I'm going to cut his lightsaber out. And he does, in the Rebel show, he does have a dual-bladed lightsaber, but it's a little bit different. The handle's much shorter, and it's got a hook on it. Kind of similar to Count Dooku's. And then, let's see here. They got a lot of rubber bands in these packaging. Okay, so here's Darth Maul, and like I said, he has, it's not totally clear because it looks like they put pants over him, but he has robotic legs. That's how they put him back together after Obi-Wan cut him in half. And there you can see him. And his primary objective in the Rebel show, when you watch it, is yes, he's chasing after one of the main characters named Ezra, trying to turn him into his apprentice. But he has a secondary motive for doing that, and the reason he's doing that is he's trying to draw out Obi-Wan. And I'm not so sure that's real smart for him to do. So anyway, let's keep going. And this is the 7th sister, Inquisitor. And if you're not totally sure what an Inquisitor is, it is part of they were kind of like Jedis in training, or Sith in training, that worked under Vader. And their job was, whenever a Jedi was found, was to go out and destroy him or kill him. But they had these lightsabers that stirred up a little bit of controversy online. And what you see here is the circular part, the handle, when they would hold it, the blades would actually spin, like rotate. And so in one episode, I think it was only in one episode, it might have been in more, when there was several of them chasing down, and Darth Maul was involved, and a couple Jedi, but they were on this tall building, and they would hold these things up in the air and start rotating them, and then they would fly away like little helicopters. And some people kind of took issue with that and got upset, and you have your own opinion on that. I'm just telling you what happened. So now, whether or not that makes you upset or anything like that, that's up to you. So what you have here also, it looks like she comes with a little mask, because the character wore a mask on the show. And that's what it looked like. It was just like an angular face mask. And we'll put it on her here in a second. And then you heard her talking about the little droids that she used. Here is one of the little droids, and they're very similar to like a miniature probe droid. They went out and found things, and like a probe droid. So anyway, and she's rubber banded in here pretty good too. Okay, and the 7th sister is loose. Whoops. Okay, and I'm gonna get all these rubber bands out of here. I've got a big pile of rubber bands on the ground now. Okay, so here she is, and I'll just spin her around real quick so you guys can get a look at her. And I believe, I'm not sure, she has a little thing on her back. It looks like a backpack goes in there, but I don't see a backpack. I'm wondering if this droid doesn't plug in there somehow. I'm not totally sure. Or is it this thing? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Okay. So there she is, and very cool. Okay, so let's see if we can get this mask on her. And it looks like you just snap it in here. Okay. So there you go. There's the mask on the character. The 7th sister, and let's see this lightsaber if she can hold it. Because to be honest, it kind of looks like it's a little big for her hand. Well, she's holding it, but she hasn't got a real good grip on it. But that's what it looks like. And then, once again, you get this little tiny droid. And she used these to kind of hunt people down and find people who are on the run. That's what this little guy was for. So, but real quick, let's see if we get her movements here. So she does move at her legs, just at the hips, and she only has shoulder movement on the arm. And she's got up and down and side to side head movement. So you can see the helmet's pretty cool. It's got comes out to a point at the end. It's a pretty cool little outfit. And there you go. Let's see, will she stand on her own? It ain't looking good. Anyway, we'll deal with her later. And so then we have Darth Maul. And he comes with a little hood. He does wear this at some points in the TV show. He covers his head up like this so you can't see who he is. And then, like I said, he does have the dual-bladed lightsaber, and I'm trying to see if these blades come out. It does not appear so. Okay, and trying to see. It looks like you should be able to hold this thing in both hands, but I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it in his hands here. There we go. So there's Darth Maul holding his lightsaber with his hood on, and I'll go ahead and pop this hood back off just so we can check the figure's movements out. So you can see he does move his head side to side. Got shoulder movement only on both arms, and you can see one arm's out straight and one arm's a little curved. And then, of course, he does have hip movement as well. Okay, and real quick here, I want to check this little thing out. So they show this on Darth Maul in the packaging. So we're gonna, looks like, attempt to put this thing on Darth Maul. And I do not recognize this thing from anything in the TV show. Yeah, it's just one of those things, an extra bonus accessory they put in a package. So let's see if we can get it on him here. See how difficult this is. Okay. So he's wearing it, and as you can see, it kind of has like a little swivel or slide on it, so you can slide the angle on it, angle it down or angle it up. And then there's a big handle that swings around, and it looks like he should be able to grab this thing, but he's got, his fingers are kind of clenched on me here. It's like his thumb curled up. Okay. So he's not wanting to grab this thing right now. Okay, we kind of got it in there. So there's a handle on it right there. And this thing has a little hinge on it, so it swings up and down. And then this thing also, the launchers themselves actually rotate. So let's see if we can get these things to launch. Now it looks like, if I'm right, these are the launch buttons. So let's try it out here. Whoa. And there we go. So that's how that works. So we just push them in until they click. Here. Okay. Okay, and again, we'll do it to the side so you guys can see it. But there's little buttons on the back. There's a top button and a bottom button. And you hit the top button, launch, boom. And bottom button, launch, boom. Love it. Okay. So we'll take this gigantic thing off of him, and it goes on fairly easy. It just slides right on his waist, over his shoulders. But I'll put that over here for now. And let's hood him up. And one thing I'll say about these characters, if you're, or not these characters, but this TV show, the show Rebels, if you're skeptical of it because it's animation and you're kind of won't watch it for that reason, I'm going to tell you, don't be like that. Go check this show out. It is awesome. And if you want to know a good episode to get a flavor for it, look for in season 3, there's an episode called Twin Suns. And if you're a real fan, you'll know what that means. And you're going to find out what happens to Darth Maul finally. So that's all I'll say about that. But go watch the episode Twin Suns. But there they are, guys. The 7th Sister Inquisitor and Darth Maul from the TV show Rebels. There they are, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.